On today's video, we are jumping in and breaking down the top 5 hottest Chicago neighborhoods to buy a home in 2023. And this is an updated list from a list that I put out earlier this year. And this is something that you're going to want to watch before you decide to move to Chicago or before you decide to buy a different place in a different neighborhood in Chicago. So here's the top 5 list. There are many other neighborhoods out there, but this is my list of some of the markets that I feel like have still continued to have a lot of good traction, even though we are starting to see some different shifts in the market. So if you're thinking about moving to Chicago or you're thinking about moving around in Chicago, here is a list. It's not a fully comprehensive list, but these are 5 markets that I think are continuing to do well and will continue to do well over the next few years. Lastly, I'm gonna work backwards from number 5 to number 1, with number 1 being what I believe to be the hottest neighborhood to buy a home in 2023. All right, let's get into it. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Jordan Pyle and I'm your go-to Chicago real estate agent. My team and I with Pyle Residential have been servicing the city of Chicago for the last 10 years and we'd be absolutely honored to help you achieve your real estate goals. So if you have any questions whatsoever, you're thinking about moving to Chicago, we get text, emails, DMs every single day from people just like you that are considering moving to or living in Chicago. So feel free to just hit the number on the screen, feel free to text that number, and a team member or myself will get in touch with you within 24 hours. And lastly, do us a favor, like, comment, and subscribe, and check out all the free resources down in the description. All right, let's get into it. Coming in at number 5, top hottest neighborhood in 2023 to buy a home in Chicago, we have the neighborhood of Lakeview. So talking about Lakeview, Lakeview is one of the largest neighborhoods in Chicago, which is located on the city's north side. Originally settled in the mid-19th century, this neighborhood was primarily rural until the 1880s when a streetcar line was established, making it easier for residents to travel to and from the city's center. Over the next few decades, the area was developed into a bustling urban community with a mix of residential, commercial, and industrial uses. First and foremost, Lakeview's location on the lakefront is absolutely unbeatable, which is a huge reason why so many people like to call Lakeview home. It also has easy access to the lakefront trail. You can enjoy a beautiful walk or bike ride along the lake anytime you want. Plus, the lakefront location means there are plenty of outdoor activities available, from beach volleyball to paddle boarding and much more. But it's not just the location that makes Lakeview so popular. The neighborhood has a vibrant and diverse culture with a thriving arts and entertainment scene. The Belmont Theater District is home to numerous theaters and performance venues, offering a wide variety of shows and events. And of course, we can't forget about the dining and nightlife scene in Lakeview. With a wide variety of restaurants, bars, and music venues to choose from, there's something for everyone in Lakeview. Whether you're in the mood for a cozy pub or a trendy rooftop bar, Lakeview has it all. Finally, Lakeview is known for its strong sense of community. From neighborhood events to volunteer opportunities, there are always ways to get involved and meet your neighbors. And with a mix of young professionals, families, and retirees, there's a real sense of diversity and inclusivity in the neighborhood. So Lakeview is the northern brother or sister of my favorite neighborhood and the one that I call home, which is Lincoln Park. And I find that Lakeview is very similar. So you get a lot of the same type of people desiring a certain type of lifestyle that will flock to Lakeview. I believe the pricing is very similar in terms of like what it costs to rent there, as well as what the median or average home sale price is. Probably a little bit more affordable in certain pockets than you have in Lincoln Park, but this is a neighborhood that really offers a lot. It has great schools, you have close access on the east side to the lake, as I mentioned. If you want something a little bit more remote, a little bit more, close to conveniences and things like that, but maybe not quite as close to the lake, Southport Corridor is a huge and very popular attraction and spot for people to find a home around. So Lakeview really is a good combination in a lot of different worlds, which is why it makes the list for this list today at number 5. Number 4 on the list, we're breaking down Wicker Park. This neighborhood resonates with a bohemian atmosphere where creative expression and individuality flourish amidst captivating street art and an ambiance that's both artistic and liberating. Wicker Park stands as a cultural haven, a sanctuary for artistic souls, with its eclectic array of indie theaters, art galleries, and music venues, each contributing to a rich tapestry of creative fervor. Culinary enthusiasts find their haven here as well, where a spectrum of dining delights awaits, ranging from trendy eateries to hidden culinary gems, offering an exploration of flavors that cater to diverse tastes. Yet beyond the aesthetics and flavors, Wicker Park is the embodiment of community. It's a neighborhood where residents form bonds that extend beyond mere interactions, converging at local events, markets, and festivals to create an enduring sense of belonging. Amid the urban backdrop, Wicker Park offers tranquil green oases from its tree-lined streets to inviting parks, striking a harmonious balance between urban living and nature's embrace. The neighborhood's central location ensures that the heart of the city is within arm's reach, facilitated by seamless access to public transportation, allowing residents to explore Chicago with ease. The Wicker Park is one that I have started to do more and more work in as a real estate agent over the years. I find that, as people get a little bit more priced out of Lincoln Park and Lakeview, they jump to the other side of the expressway. So if you're considering something that has kind of that neighborhood, that really connected feel, such as Lincoln Park and Lakeview, but you want something with a little bit more value, well, Wicker Park is going to be a great option for you. And Bucktown, Wicker Park, they're kind of in the same area. I believe you may see Bucktown later on this list, but I find that Wicker Park is kind of one of those neighborhoods where it's growing a lot, and the people that live in Wicker Park absolutely love Wicker Park. So it's not necessarily for everybody, but for the people that it is for, it seems to be kind of the desired destination. All right, coming in at number 3, we have Avondale, which in my opinion has become one of the hottest neighborhoods in all of Chicago in 2021, 2022, and even in 2023. And what we are finding in Avondale, amongst other things, but one thing that is most popular, at least with the clients that I'm helping, is this is a neighborhood that has a lot of multi-unit, a lot of 2 to 4 unit properties where you can come in and maybe house hack one, live in one of the units and rent the others out, or potentially just find a way to find a little bit more of an investment here in Chicago versus just a place to live. And so Avondale has become very popular in that regard, and I think it's probably because it's located, along the Milwaukee Blue Line, or at least close by it. You have pretty easy access to and from the city. You also are close to some of the other hot neighborhoods such as Logan Square, Bucktown, Wicker Park, you have Irving Park nearby, you have then Lincoln Park and Lakeview kind of, a little bit more southeast of that. And so I find that Avondale, there's just a lot of value here, and it's pretty obvious because it's been a very competitive market in 2023. So if you are looking in this neighborhood, just be prepared to kind of come with your best foot forward and to know that it has been very competitive. So to go into a little bit more detail, Avondale's charm lies in its vibrant neighborhood vibe, a harmonious blend of historic architectural elegance and contemporary creativity that adorn its streets. The neighborhood has evolved into a dynamic arts and cultural hub where local galleries and live performances flourish, painting a canvas of artistic expression. Culinary enthusiasts are treated to a diverse scene that offers an array of flavors that tantalize the senses. What truly distinguishes Avondale and its tightly knit community is where residents embrace a sense of unity that extends beyond neighborly interactions, fostering true belonging through local events and markets. As Avondale undergoes a transformative phase with revitalization projects and new establishments, it manages to retain its authentic character. Strategic accessibility is another highlight, allowing seamless connectivity to major highways and public transportation, as I mentioned before, also facilitating effortless exploration of the city and daily commuting. To sum it up, Avondale's allure in 2023 emanates from its vibrant ambience, thriving art scene, close-knit community, and strategic convenience, all that offers a lifestyle that is captivating as it is enriching. That sums up number 3 on the list, talking about Avondale here in Chicago. This is a good point for me to pause really quick and just make sure that if you're getting value from this video, we love putting these videos out for you, and we hope that this is actually valuable and that we can be a resource. If we are, do us a favor and like the video, comment any questions you have down below or any other videos you want to know about. Be happy to take in that input and potentially make a video in the future. So let's keep on motoring through, because we have 2 more left on the list for the top 5 Chicago neighborhoods to buy a home in 2023. Before we do so, feel free to just text the number on the screen if my team and I can help you with your real estate goals. Coming in at number 2 on the list, we have the neighborhood of Bucktown. Honestly, Bucktown in the recent years has become one of my favorite neighborhoods as well. I really just like that thread between, if you're kind of working your way from the lake on the far east side, you're going west through Lincoln Park, then you kind of run into what I would call more of like an East Bucktown, which is kind of this, it's a little bit more of an industrial area there right by the highway. And then as you just get over to the other side of the highway, you have Bucktown. So I just really like that layer of Chicago, both Bucktown and its eastern counterparts, which is Lincoln Park. Bucktown emerges as a vibrant canvas of urban artistry where streets adorned with captivating street art and an atmosphere of creative energy that invite exploration at every turn. Culinary enthusiasts are treated to a culinary journey that spans from trendy bistros to charming cafes, presenting an array of flavors to satiate diverse palates. Yet what truly distinguishes Bucktown is its close-knit community, where living goes beyond mere residency. It's about forging connections, celebrating local events, and fostering a sense of belonging that resonates deeply. Amid the urban tapestry, Bucktown harmoniously integrates tranquil green spaces and parks, providing an oasis of serenity amidst the bustling city life. Strategic accessibility shines as a highlight, seamlessly connecting Bucktown to downtown Chicago and beyond, facilitating effortless exploration of the city's myriad of offerings. In essence, the allure of living in Bucktown in 2023 emanates from its urban artistry, cultural vibrancy, culinary diversity, strong community bonds, and strategic connectivity, a combination that exemplifies the vibrant lifestyle that Chicago has to offer. And as you can see here with these first four, before we go to the number one hottest neighborhood to live in 2023, is you have great schools, you have a sense of community and belonging, you have culinary adventures in terms of just great places to eat, and cafes and trendy bars, artistic expression, and music and live events, and just green spaces and ways that you can feel like you have a community in a big city. And so that is kind of as you kind of hear me talking and reading through some of the descriptions of these and giving my own 2 cents on them as well, that is kind of that layer that kind of bridges all of these. So if we were talking about other neighborhoods, they would have different reasons for why people live there. And I think my demographic that I naturally attract, for whatever reason, they all really value the reasons I just provided. And so all of these neighborhoods have really that nice neighborhood feel versus a city feel, and they have this general sense of community and belonging. So all that being said, we're at number 1 for the top 5 Chicago neighborhoods to buy a home in 2023. You probably guessed it by now if you've been watching my videos. Number 1 is Lincoln Park. Lincoln Park is where I live. It's where my office is. I think it's one of the best neighborhoods in the entire country, if not the best neighborhood. And so I'm gonna just read a little bit about Lincoln Park, and so you have an understanding of what to expect or you know what naturally attracts people to Lincoln Park. But I also have a multitude of other videos about Lincoln Park on my channel, so go and check those out. I know we have cost of living, we have a deep dive like neighborhood guide, and we have a variety of other videos about Lincoln Park and a lot more to come. Lincoln Park, however, is a neighborhood that pulses with a vibrant lifestyle, offering a dynamic blend of picturesque parks, bustling streets, and cultural marvels. The heart of Lincoln Park beats with an urban green oasis as the sprawling namesake park becomes an everyday retreat, seamlessly fusing nature's tranquility with the city's energy. Culinary enthusiasts find their haven here as well, where charming cafes and esteemed eateries showcase a diverse range of gastronomic delights. Yet, beyond the aesthetics and flavors, Lincoln Park thrives on its sense of community again, embracing diversity and fostering meaningful connections that transcend mere neighborly interactions. Education and culture intertwine, presenting top-tier schools alongside theaters and museums that nourish the soul. The strategic accessibility of Lincoln Park bridges the gap to the city's pulse, allowing residents easy passage to downtown Chicago and beyond, amplifying the neighborhood's appeal. In sum, the enchantment of Lincoln Park in 2023 is because of its dynamic lifestyle, welcoming community, cultural abundance, and strategic connectivity, which is a convergence that defines an exceptional quality of life that is deeply cherished by Lincoln Park residents. So that concludes the list. Number 5, we talked about Lakeview. Number 4, we talked about Wicker Park. Number 3, we talked about Avondale. Number 2, we talked about Bucktown. And number 1 for top 5 hottest Chicago neighborhoods to buy a home in 2023 is Lincoln Park. So I hope this list has been helpful. If you have any other questions about any of these neighborhoods, I would be more than happy to dive in further detail. You can also go check out some other videos on the channel that go into more detail about some of these neighborhoods. But if this has been helpful, do us a favor, like, comment, and subscribe. Share this with a friend if we can help you with your real estate goals. Just text the number on the screen and a team member or myself will get in touch with you within 24 hours. So until next time, we'll catch you soon. Peace.